they all didn't exist. So I don't know whether it's that unpopular that it sends businesses bankrupt.
We're Jordan and Emily. We've been travelling the world full time since March and love trying all the traditional foods along the way. We've had bitterballen in the Netherlands, dumplings in Thailand and incredible burek in Serbia. Today we're on the hunt for some of the amazing traditional Turkish foods in the gorgeous seaside town of Alacati. Somehow we have gotten this amazing deal on this hotel. It has like this amazing hotel vibe, a 4-poster bed, everything's like antique-y looking, the bathroom is gorgeous, and it's like $30 a night. So I feel like when we're booking hotels or Airbnbs, we almost have a Venn diagram in mind of what we're looking for. Generally speaking, the biggest circle is like the budget. We don't care if it's far away, we don't care if it's a really nice place. If it meets the budget, we're happy. But this place somehow is budget friendly, perfect location, and luxurious at the same time. It's just such a good deal. To the point we're not sure that booking.com has told us the right price. Like we're like, maybe that total is actually the daily price. Like that would make more sense. And now we get to start our day with Turkish tea and breakfast. So from what I understand, a traditional Turkish breakfast has 5 main elements, being bread, eggs, cheese, jams, and Turkish tea. We haven't had the chance to try it yet, but somehow with this amazing deal we got, we also have breakfast included. So all we had to do was come downstairs, and now it's getting cooked for us, and I'm so excited, I can't wait. Thank you. How do you say thank you in Turkish?
Teşekkürler.
Teşekkürler.
Yeah.
Teşekkürler.
We got all of the 5 ingredients and fries, which I didn't think was a thing, but I welcome it. It does come with Turkish tea, but it doesn't come with Turkish coffee. So after this, we're going to go hunting through the streets to get a Turkish coffee.
Just a super good omelette. Can't get over the fact we have fries. I feel like this is the perfect breakfast because you have like the heartiness from the eggs, savory, there's bits of health like cucumbers and lettuce. Then you get your sweet time. Then you get to end with something sweet. So we have all this beautiful bread and jam and honey and Nutella. I just love it. It's honestly like the perfect breakfast. Like you get a little bit of everything. I feel like no matter what mood you're in, if this is what you got given to you, you'd be happy.
Yeah. Time to go find some coffee. Yesterday, we got a bus from Çanakkale to Izmir, and then we jumped on another little shuttle that took an hour to get us here to Alacati. It is a beautiful little town on the western coast of Turkey, and I am so excited to explore it.
We have actually gotten Turkish coffee before when we were in Cairo at the Kanel Khalili market. Not the biggest fan. I think it takes a lot of time to get used to because unlike the coffee we're used to, it's not filtered, so there's a lot of grain texture going on. What I do like is how strong and sweet it is. So we've got to give it another try while we're in Turkey. Thank you.
Already totally different to what we have when we were in Egypt.
We have a water with what we've been told is like a gum sort of thing. You let that sit for a while and infuse, and then I think you take a sip of the water and a sip of the coffee, I guess at the same time. We also got a couple of little Turkish delights. It's way better than the one we had in Cairo. Still has like a little bit of texture, but it's a lot finer than I think the one that we had in Cairo. That was quite grainy. I'm excited to try whatever this is. Takes some getting used to, because obviously we're used to like smooth, creamy coffees with no texture, but it's really good, that one. After some Googling, this is mastic gum, and it's like this super stretchy, gooey gum that is infusing with the water, and we drink the water after the coffee, but while you're having your coffee you can just have a little bit of it. It's like a sweet treat. It almost tastes like what's inside a Turkish delight. the water already tastes a lot like that. That's so cool. What a unique experience. Similar tastes.
It's super good. It does taste like the inside of a Turkish delight. It's really cold, harder than I thought it was going to be, but quite sticky. I'm looking forward to that.
Okay, I feel like we're wired now, still really full from breakfast, so it's time to go and walk around all the colourful streets in Alacati.
There's also cats and dogs everywhere here. We actually saw like a herd of them when we first got in.
It's so cute. The architecture in Alacati is unlike anything we've seen in Turkey so far, and that's because I don't really know like the proper details or anything like that, but there was like a lot of Greek people here originally, so all of the buildings and everything have a very Greek inspired architecture. It also really gives me like Bali vibes.
I get that.
Yeah. This like party, I think in summer it would be like party central, but it's all really Instagrammable and vibey.
Like white buildings, blue shutters, bougainvilleas hanging off every wall.
Oh.
Really pretty.
I love it. It's weird being in Alacati in like winter, I guess the off season. Heaps of the bars and restaurants seem to be shut, and it is like a ghost town. There's so many streets that we walk down and it's just us. It's such a weird feeling. But next on the agenda is we want to try the Turkish pizza, lahmacun, I think it's called, because we haven't had that yet. Pomegranate plant as well. It's so pretty, I love them. They're also bright and vibrant. Ooh. Thank you. Whoa. I'm confused. Come to this restaurant in Alacati for our lunch, our lahmacun Turkish pizza that we were looking for, and they've given us a free appetizer and salad. The free appetizer is something that was on the list of things to try, but something I didn't necessarily want to have the opportunity to try. It is a raw meatball. The waiter doesn't speak English, so we sort of sign to each other. I'm pretty sure you're meant to put the meatball in some lettuce. It's so cold. There's lemon on here, so I guess I'm going to put lemon on top too. It's actually really not bad. I know you can get versions that... Ooh! There's a little bit of spice in that. You can get versions that aren't actually meat, like they're vegan sort of options. It's just a super tender meat-like substance that's very well herbed and spiced. It's a carrot.
Oh my god. Hello?
I think you'll surprise yourself when I actually like that. The herbs and spices in there are really good. The lettuce is a nice crunch.
Pick up your half-eaten one, so if we get sick together. unusual, but I do really like it. The spice is really nice. It's like perfect level of spice. It's great. And just like an appetizer, just for free. So for lunch we got the lahmacun. It's a traditional food. Apparently it's Turkish or Armenian flatbread that's kind of made into a pizza. So they do call it Turkish pizza. I do know that it doesn't have cheese. Like if you want cheese, you have to say lahmacun plus cheese. It looks quite nice and it's quite affordable too. Really simple, it's just got herbs and mincemeat on top. And because the bread is so thin, it is super crispy, which I think you'll really like.
Sounds nice. It is a bit cold. It would be really nice if it was like super hot, but the bread is awesome. Like Jordan said, it's super thin and crispy, and the minced meat on top is perfectly herby, savory, and like really tender. I like that. Literally like a 2-minute walk from where we had lunch, there are these 4 massive stone historic windmills that I think used to grind flour back in the day, and now they're just like this beautiful viewpoint of Alacati. I'm pretty sure one of them is like a cafe as well. So cool.
To be honest, when you Google Alacati, these are the photos that come up of these windmills, and it didn't disappoint. Coming up here, you get beautiful vistas of the whole town. You can also see all the way down to the coast, and it is super windy. I definitely understand why they made windmills up here. But they've since upgraded. There's the hills all surrounding us have their own modern windmills, and that's kind of its own site. It's really cool.
Last thing on our list for Alacati is we really want to try like these Turkish donut looking things called lokma. We actually looked for them when we were in Çanakkale but had no luck. Google says that there's a store that sells them just around the corner, but Google has lied to us before, so we're hoping it's open.
We tried 3 different places recommended by Google that should have lokma. They all didn't exist, so I don't know whether it's that unpopular that it sends businesses bankrupt, but we're gonna overcome and adapt, and we're gonna get a bomba, I reckon. We had these in Çanakkale and they were delicious before I even knew what it was. They're incredible.
Oh, do you have tea? Yeah. Can I please have a tea?
Coffee.
A Turkish tea, please. Yeah, thank you. Do you want one?
Yeah, Turkish tea.
Thank you.
Turkish coffee.
Right.
Instead of the lokma, we have these beautiful bomba cookies, which is like this soft, almost shortbready thing filled with Nutella. Jordan got another Turkish coffee and I have a Turkish tea. I feel like this is a pretty good compromise. Whoa. The cookie is so gooey and chocolatey. It's such a good end to beautiful Alacati. Tomorrow we pick up a car and head further south. Happy cookie?